Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play The Witcher 2. When we left off last time, we kept an important artifact out of Nilfgaard's hands. I feel a little bad about how it went down because I think it's a little sneaky, you know? We do this quest with Cynthia and she actually seems kind of nice to us. And I think maybe that's... Sorry for jiggling there. The game dev's doing that on purpose to sort of be like, oh, this could maybe be an ally or something, to maybe make you feel bad about taking her out. And it worked, I do a bit, but, you know, considering... I mean, look at all the things she got up to with Phillippa. I'm sure Phillippa didn't expect her to turn around and betray her, but she did. So, can I really trust anything that Cynthia is saying to me? Can I really trust that maybe she genuinely does like me? I mean, she might not. At the end of the day, she's working for Nilfgaard. And I do believe she's mostly doing that out of fear of the consequences if she doesn't, but it still pits her on opposite sides of me. And it makes her a little bit of an enemy. If she hadn't been looking for an artifact to help Nilfgaard, I probably wouldn't have killed her, but don't want to give the artifact to Nilfgaard, so that's that. Done. Now then, let's see what we can do with this fella. So, you know, first things first, how many talents do we have? Just one. We do have one though, so we may as well use it. Let's go back and look at all of our signs again here. More sign damage. This is probably a good idea. If I do this, then will my art hit more consistently? I can also get extra vigor. Battered Igni. Critical effect through signs. Chunk of vitality. Heliotrope. I don't know what that does yet, and I can't tell until I spend a bunch of points at it. Maybe I do want to take that. Let's try it. See how that goes. Alright. That's enough there. Actually, what am I doing? I'm not done yet. We want to try this out. Where's it at? Anabolic steroids. Alright, significantly increases regeneration of vigor while reducing vitality and all resistances. Do it. Let's see what happens. Alright, you.
You lose some.
Let's do this again, quickly.
I'm looking to earn a few orens.
You can only lose them with the Mighty Numa.
You a thief?
I don't have to steal. I kick everyone's ass when it comes to arm wrestling. Care to try me?
Alright, let's go, Numa. We will bet it all.
I've always been the curious sort.
Alright. Okay. Oh yeah, much better. He's gonna be so upset when we beat him. Yeah! Alright.
My little ace tits. No one's ever beaten me.
Well, now they have.
It's always a first time.
If I give you something, will you keep this to yourself? The circus finds out I lost, they'll can me.
Oh, I don't want to lose you your job.
Must be invincible. Take this and keep your trap shut. Please.
All right. Thanks.
What did he give me? Okay, it went fast, and I'm not sure what I got. New quest phase. Done. Okay. Alright, let's have a look. What, did he just give me, like, a bunch of money? Is that it? I didn't see it, but there's nothing at the top of our items gained, so that must be it. Very well. Okay, let's take a look at quest log. We got some things to catch up with here. So, bring it on. The Witcher found an arm wrestling partner in Lochmuin too, and was bested. The winner was called Mighty Numa, and his brawn was certainly unnatural. Geralt had to find a way to deal with Numa and have his revenge. Without his enhancers, Numa turned out to be an easy opponent. Geralt bested him at arm wrestling. Believe it or not, but my wiry friend turned out to be a champion above all others, for he bested all the strongmen of that time. He had no equals at arm wrestling. Let us honor him rightly. Very well. Secrets of Lochmuin. Not far from the large tower located at the center of Lochmuin, Geralt ran into a peculiar pair of gentlemen, whom I may already have mentioned. If I did not, know that they were alchemists, shady characters calling themselves scholars, though they were certainly not known in academic circles. They informed the Witcher that the great Terhenna's laboratory was nestled somewhere beneath the ruined city. Although this mage had died many centuries earlier, he remained quite famous. If Terhenna's laboratory contained scholarly treasurers documenting but a fraction of his knowledge, or even more tantalizingly one of the sorcerer's creations, an expedition in search of it would certainly be worth the effort. Geralt was intrigued, took the alchemists up on their offer, and entered the tower to meet the expedition's other members. As it turned out, the other members were Nilfgaardians, namely the mages Cynthia and Adalbert. Though he found it hard to control himself, as the Black Ones had rattled his chain recently, Geralt engaged in a civil conversation. Before he knew it, he had joined the expedition. It's possible he hoped to get something interesting out of Cynthia along the way, though truth be told, he was also curious to see what Terhenna had left behind. The expedition promptly entered the sewers in a bid to find the sorcerer's laboratory. The sewers, however, were crawling with monsters. Geralt, Cynthia, and Adalbert had to fight off a horde of necrophages. Adalbert is how she said it. I see that T and I want to pronounce it. Once the sewers were safe, the explorers could move on towards the laboratory. An illusion masked the door to Terhenna's workshop, but the team boasted 2 mages. Cynthia demonstrated some of what she could do by dispelling the mirage. The group then encountered another obstacle. A guardian eye, one of Terhenna's creations, was poised above the door. Clueless, Geralt approached it and the eye asked him a riddle. It turned out that Terhenna could at times be both childish and witty. This eye would only let pass those who solved its riddle. One of the alchemists, Gaspar, rushed in with an answer. Little did he know that the punishment for being wrong was death. Luckily, Geralt was up to the task and managed to solve the eye's riddle. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. The entrance to Terhenna's laboratory stood open. Yet the Witcher and company had to set aside marveling at the chamber. A group of Redanian rivals had beat our hero's expedition to the room. There's little sentiment between treasure hunters. If 2 competing groups find themselves simultaneously in a single subterranean chamber, well, only one can survive. Ever wonder where the skeletons often found in abandoned cellars come from? Me neither. In any case, the skeletons in this cellar would be those of some Redanians who tried to mess with the Witcher. Leaving behind a small stack of corpses, the team moved on, only to encounter yet another guardian. Cynthia worked her magic once more, and as expected, the guardian she revealed asked another riddle. A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine, and a silver lady shining and fine, if only her visage, whatever, she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold. Thus ran the riddle. Geralt consulted his companions, concluding that the 3 guides of the riddle would need to be found in the allegorical frescoes on the walls of the chamber. Stone plates lay at the foot of each fresco. It was clear the group could solve the riddle by occupying the plates of the frescoes which they thought presented the guides. The riddle proved quite challenging, but the explorers put their heads together and solved it. Another door stood open before them. Unfortunately, only those standing near a fresco were safe. Still shaken by his companion's death, Thered the alchemist chose not to take part and fell victim to more of Terhenna's malice. The remaining members of the party paid their respects in silence and moved on. Yet our fearless treasure hunters encountered an obstacle of a different sort inside. A golem crafted by Terhenna guarded access to the sorcerer's legacy. Geralt was amazed by Terhenna's mastery. The golem he had created proved a sharp conversationalist and keen logician. Hardly fortunate for our heroes. Still, as clever as the golem seemed, Geralt decided he would try to dupe it. I must commend Geralt. He treated the talk with the golem like a duel, and proved as effective at rhetoric as he was at swordplay. Our hero probed his opponent, discovered a weakness in his defenses, and exploited it mercilessly. As it turned out, the artificial being, armed to the teeth with logical axioms, lacked common sense. The Witcher laid down some bait and then led its reasoning astray. The golem knew not what to do and was neutralized. The way to Terhenna's laboratory was now clear. As one would expect, the sorcerer's laboratory was saturated with magic. Ever careful, Cynthia sensed the aura and, as she had done before, cast a spell to reveal the surprises Terhenna had in store for intruders. Geralt and Adalbert stayed sharp and waited ready. Another illusion melted away to reveal a marvelous machine, clearly more of Terhenna's handiwork. The expedition had reached its goal, and it was time for the Witcher and the Nilfgaardians to settle up. Yet the artifact stood there, begging them to look closer, beckoning them to touch it. Then Adalbert brought up his reservations about the Witcher, granting them the form of an especially nasty spell. He was simply unwilling to let any part of Darhenna's legacy slip from his Emperor's grasp. In addition, he had never really warmed to Geralt. The cat was out of the Nilfgaardian bag, and our hero had to face the two treacherous mages. I mean, that's not really how it went down at all. I guess that's a nice spin for a dandelion, but truth be told, I didn't uphold my end of the bargain. I decided, no, I'm not letting the Nilfgaardians get hold of anything that they could use to further damage the North. So your spy machine stays with me. And they rightly got upset and attacked me. That's how it happened. Geralt defeated the Nilfgaardians. It had been an exhausting fight, so he cooled off before approaching Darhenna's artifact. Using the machine, Geralt managed to listen in to the lives of several individuals, some closer, some farther away. The information he gained was valuable, yet the artifact's energy was not limitless, and went silent after 3 connections, and the Witcher knew not how to revive it. And we're just going to leave it there for whoever else to find it, probably a sorcerer, and then they'll be able to charge the thing up and fix it. So, that's kind of a bummer, but what can you do? Alright, so back to things we can do now. We're just going to hang on to the book for now. We do need to work on these gargoyles. So we have to find and deactivate magical seals. And then all the main stuff here. Be patient and listen. This looks like just wait. And this is find Phillippa. So, find Phillippa and work on gargoyles. Those are the things we need to do now. Now I want to find Phillippa, but I want to do it without getting arrested. So we need to find an alternate route into the sewers. I thought going into the sewers with those guys was going to do it, but... Well, we can see to where she's at, so do we just walk straight down there? We'll have to fight our way there. This is where it just was, isn't it? Is it? Oh. Oh, this is the way to go. Well then. Okay. You know what? Maybe we'll go down here. Hang on, whatever's shouting. Okay, so what? I was here, and now I'm over here. That's where the stairs led, so we can check out paths on the side or go all the way down. Okay. We're gonna need this.
Shit, you snake!
No, I don't want that. Come on over, I see ya. So there's some kind of passage, but it's barred. What? Where? It'll show itself. Oh, there you are. Well, let's do it. Come on. Oh, you don't stand there. Come on. You're right in the way. Obnoxious thing. Now then. Okay, we can't get past that. It doesn't look like. So we're not gonna fret over much. Yeah. Do we need any of that? I don't think so. I was gonna just snatch it quick, but whatever, we'll leave it. Hi guys. Alright. Got a lot of poisoning going on down here. Oh, I see. Well, hop down a second, look around before we head up there. And it's all blocked anyway. That's where we gotta go. Very well. Anything nefarious here? There's a rat running around. Ooh, we got some options about which direction to go. That's nice. Okay, that's where we want to go. What else is down here? This seems like an intriguing chamber. Really? Bummer. Alright then, let's over this way. Oh. An illusion of choices. We just gotta forge on ahead. Oh, that's a lot of guys we gotta get past.
I've waited long for this meeting. You left Redania so suddenly I had no chance to give you the send-off you so richly deserved.
Your Majesty, I fail to understand why I have been arrested. I've done nothing but serve Redania's interests, supporting the rebellion, undermining Henselt, risking my own reputation on your behalf.
I'm no longer the little boy who believed your every word.
Ah, good for you.
Do you do this, Radovid? I was there at your most trying hours. Without me, you would not be the man you are. I don't understand.
You understand very well.
You're just trying to manipulate him further.
You conspired against my father Vizimir, and against me. The entire Redanian court once trembled in fear of Phillippa Eilhart.
Untrue, sire. You must let me explain. What are your charges, your Majesty?
Ambassador,
Triss Marigold was kind enough to compile a list of persons making up the secret society known as the Lodge of Sorcerers.
And I bet she's furious about
Some
it.
Nilfgaardian sorceresses were members as well, but you need not be bothered.
She's like,
with them.
Triss, you were supposed to keep that information to the death.
You're mad!
She's
the
so
Lodge
pissed.
ordered Demaven killed. It ordered Foltest killed. I suspect you played a part in my father's death. And if I released you from the Dimeritium, you'd kill me too.
Aha! She's the one who hired
You're
Letho,
finished,
huh?
Eilhart. There will be a trial, due process, everything as it should be. But know that you shall not wriggle out of this. You shall be convicted of conspiracy, treason, and regicide. They'll rip your flesh from you in bits before they burn you at the stake. Throughout my childhood, I felt your cold stare on the back of my neck. When I issued orders, my subjects would search with their eyes for Phillippa Eilhart's gesture of consent. The entire court at Tretogor looked on as you humiliated me. All Redania laughed behind my back. You taught me to look everyone in the eye. Forced them to lower their gaze, do you remember? A king must never show weakness, uncertainty, you said. I've mastered that skill. Yet there is one I could never force to submit. You.
I'd give up on it, buddy. She's not the
You've
submitting
one
sort.
chance to shorten your suffering. Admit to everything, here and now in the ambassador's presence. Look me in the eye and repent.
I don't think she will.
Submit.
She's tough enough to just take it and die. She's not about to. Nope.
As you wish.
That's one thing I gotta give her.
Put out those vile eyes.
You're making a grave error, sire.
With a spoon? Oh. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty horrifying.
We will talk again, witch.
She's...
The Alhad problem has been resolved. We must return to camp.
I wouldn't
Wait
discount
here,
her yet.
Excellency. We'll scout ahead.
Wait, is he gonna scout this way? He is. I should ambush him down here.
Long live the Emperor!
Alright, are there gonna be more? They've got to notice his absence. Let's see if we can take a minute though. A lot of very interesting things there. Okay, so it's been our Lodge of Sorceresses right along, killing all these kings. And I have a lot of admiration for them. I really do. They're tough ladies. I mean, we saw in that flashback with our... Why have I lost her name that quick? But no, our lady who... Sabrina was willing to die, you know? And she died horribly, but she did it for the sorceresses, for the Lodge of Sorceresses. And honestly, this kind of solidifies to a degree my contempt for Triss. Like... You could tell it when Phillippa's out. Triss, she's furious. She fully expected Triss to go down like Sabrina, die before she admits the Lodge. That's what it's supposed to be. So, I mean, there you go. Phillippa, you made a misjudgment when you let Triss in. She just wasn't strong enough of character to do it. She's not. She's torn between Geralt and the Lodge, and then here, she's torn between not wanting to die. She can't withstand the torture. She just wasn't tough enough. She doesn't have that strength of will. And so she's betrayed them. So, could I withstand torture? Probably not. But then, I doubt I would be, if I lived in the world of The Witcher, I doubt I would be a contender to be in the Lodge of Sorceresses anyhow. So I guess it's a little bit Philippa's fault because she misjudged Triss and picked her. But I can't help but feel a little bit like, come on, Triss. You're supposed to withstand it. I don't know, when we've just watched a little bit ago, Sabrina Clevisig die for this cause she believes in. It's kind of hard to feel too terrible much sympathy for Triss. For me, at any rate. I know some people will disagree, but that's my thoughts on it. But much as I admire the sorceresses for their dedication to their cause, I mean, how do you not admire someone who's... I fully believe Phillippa will just stand here. She'll try to get out of this if she can, but she's not going to do it by giving away anything. She's not going to admit to treason and such as that king wants her to. She'll die. She'll die for her lodge. No doubt about that. But I'm also not overly sympathetic to the idea of the lodge. It's because it's a bunch of women who want to rule the world. They want to run the world because they think they can do a better job than anybody else. But I take issue with that. I take issue with any group that wants to take away the right of other peoples to make some of their own decisions because they assume that they know best. So they want to pull all the strings. I don't trust them to do a great job at running the world, and their ideals for running the world might not match up with mine or other people's ideals. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of the kings and such that we have, I'm not happy with the way that they're running things, but I don't think that the Lodge of Sorceresses is the answer. So I'm not thinking I want to step in and necessarily help the sorceresses, but I disagree with what they're trying to do, and I don't want to help them with it, but I do admire their strength of will. So, let's see what we can figure out here. Okay. We killed that guy. Someone's got to figure it out. Okay, we're going to have to fight these guys, and they were really tough last time. Does anyone want to come out, like, one at a time? What do you think? Okay, this is actually working out just fine. Ice Art, yeah! Alright. Dude, what do you think you're gonna accomplish? You can't open this gate. Gonna look around a bit before I deal with you fellas. Okay, so we've got a promising door over here. And it's probably our way out, but let's just... Nope. Oh, wait. Hang on. Nope, that's her. No. Turn around. I don't want to accidentally initiate a conversation. I want to finish off these guys. There we go. Ha! So, where's Triss? Even if I am a little disdainful of her, she's Geralt's friend, so...
You're not easy to find.
Look what they did to me.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible.
Radovid. To think I taught him magic tricks when he was just a boy. Free me, Geralt. I have to get out of here. Do you hear me? Help me.
Why should I do that?
We'll answer a few questions first.
Yeah. If I help you, I'll put Triss in danger. I don't actually care about that. I don't want to help her because what she did to Saskia. So.
How does the spell work?
Saskia's will and mine are one. She cannot resist me. But fear not. There's no suffering involved. She merely believes me to be the most wonderful person in the world. As if she were in love.
Merely that. You've merely subverted her will.
You know what's most beautiful? In spite of all this, she seems unchanged. She's retained her charm, her valor, her honor.
But what you did to her is disgusting. And although it doesn't diminish Saskia, she can't truly be her full, most charming and honorable and valuable if she's under a mind control spell to you. You have to take it off.
Was Schiller telling the truth about the Lodge, the assassinations?
He said exactly what Radovid wanted to hear. Half-truths, musings stripped of context, which differ very little from lies.
But you're not
Did Triss take
telling
part
me
in
the
all
truth
this?
here either.
She's clean in those terms. Innocent as a child.
Because you can't trust her with more.
Only to a point. I assure you, she has not been honest with you about many other matters.
Oh, I believe that.
Why did all this happen? Murdering monarchs, what interests did it serve? I can't fathom.
Help me get out of here and I'll explain all and lift the spell from Saskia. Take these shackles off me and lead me to my house. I beg you. I'll tell you everything. Everything.
What happens if you die? Just as you are now. What happens to Saskia? That's what I really need to know.
Where's Saskia?
When I was arrested, she was with Sheila. They must be on their way to the deliberations by now.
Geralt, there's a lot more questions to ask, like, why did you take her? I mean, she would have gone to Lochween anyhow. Why did you rush off ahead of everybody else? What's your plan for her? What's this big event Sheila's gonna use her for, you know?
I didn't track you alone. Yorvith can't wait to see you again.
My death would change little.
I don't know about that.
And all like him have no right to judge others.
I don't know, you managed to take out a bunch of kings. I don't know. Not that I'm even necessarily... I'm too concerned about the kings. It's interesting that she knows about that. Mostly, ideally, we would like to get Geralt's name clear. I would like to see Saskia be able to be queen. I really like that myself, personally. But I think for Geralt, the big thing is to regain his memory and find Yennefer. I don't think he really cares too much about the Lodge of Sorceresses and the killing of kings. Like, that's all just politics to him, and he's not that into it. He gets dragged into it, but he kind of would rather not. So, alright, well, I guess this is where we're at.
Clock's ticking. Time is of the essence.
Why do you do this? Would you take vengeance on a blind woman?
Yeah?
Shillard said they've got Triss. I have to free her before they put out her eyes, too.
Going to the Nilfgaardian camp is suicide.
And leaving a friend is villainy.
Only I know how to break the spell that holds Saskia. Get me out of here. If I die, she'll remain forever spellbound.
What does that mean exactly, though? I kind of don't care if Phillippa ends up dying. I admire her, but I'm not fooling myself that she's a good person, and I don't know, I don't really feel anything if her scheming is put to an end. I mean, it's kind of reap what you sow sort of situation, you know? So I don't, and especially after her messing with Saskia, I don't really want to I can't trust her at all. She's the one who poisoned Saskia just so that she'd have the opportunity to mind control her in the first place. I can't trust her to actually remove the spell. I don't know, it seems dicey. If she dies, then Saskia remains forever ensorcelled. But what does that mean? Is she able to still make decisions? Is she able to still lead? Like, how important is it that the spell actually be removed? Can the spell only be removed by Phillippa, or could another willing sorceress remove it? I mean, I can't trust Phillippa, and especially now, she knows they'll kill her if she stays here. Everything she says could well be a lie just to convince me to let her out. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't hate her. I don't by any means hate her. But I don't trust her, and I don't think I gain anything by saving her. I can't be sure she's going to take the spell off Saskia. She obviously had a scheme involving Saskia in the first place. I don't think she's just going to let it go, so I can never... I want to be able to help ensure Saskia's on the throne, and then go about my merry way to find Yennefer. And I can't do that confidently if I know that Phillippa's still around trying to scheme around Saskia and do something with her. But I can do that if Phillippa's dead. It'll be a huge blow to her lodge. She's the one who basically formulated the whole thing. She's the one in charge. And they've had some losses already. They lost Sabrina, they lost Asir, they lost, was Fringilla our other Nilfgaardian one? I don't remember for sure. But there were two Nilfgaardian ones, and Triss gave their names, so the Nilfgaardians killed both of them. If they lose Phillippa too, I kind of don't... I don't know. Well, I'd say I don't see him recovering from it, but I'm obviously wrong, because in the books it talks about a lot of them were made martyrs, and they still made an impact anyhow. So... yeah. I think it's time to go get Triss. Sorry, I don't know. I feel a bit of a pang of regret. She's a cool character, Phillippa is. I almost kind of just like having her out and about in the world scheming, but it's one less thing to have to worry about if she's gone, and it's not like she doesn't deserve this. I can't really say that she doesn't. Well?
Saskia will remain an enslaved monster through your wickedness. You deserve to die.
Even if you reach Triss, you will not free her.
You don't know that.
Sure I will. I'll trade Shillard for her.
And what will Yorvith say when he learns you abandoned Saskia?
I think he'd be furious if
You
I
worry
took you,
about
too.
what he'll do to you. I doubt he'll see your blindness as sufficient punishment.
Do you think Marigold's innocent?
No, not at all.
No right to judge her.
No, she does.
Goodbye, Eilhart. Move your ass, Excellency.
This is preposterous. What do you aim to achieve?
I want to see Triss. How did you get in here?
Put that sword down.
No.
Only after I cut your throat. The choice is yours.
I know of a tunnel.
Okay.
Then you can be my guide.
First, and this is evil, but can I talk to her a little more? No, there's no talk option. I don't know, I don't like the way she phrased that. That I'll just leave Saskia an ensorcelled monster or whatever. But again, that's just assuming that she's telling me the truth. That might not even truly be the decision I'm making, and I don't trust her. So, alright, we're gonna move on. The decision's made. That's what it's gonna be. This is... what an odd patch of wall. It's got this whole archway like it's meant to be a tunnel. It's even got, you know, like a little entryway beneath it. Alright, anyhow. So, you know of a tunnel. Where is it? Let's look at the map. We're moving so slow with this guy. Bum, bum, bum. We're over here. We need to get over there. Really? This is the best map I got right now? That's unfortunate. I don't know. And she says, and what's Yorveth gonna do when he finds out that you've abandoned Saskia? I haven't abandoned Saskia. I just don't trust that taking you to her would have made things better. I mean, I imagine if we'd just brought Phillippa up to Saskia, Yorveth would have been pretty upset about that too, you know? So, I don't know, I almost feel better. I don't trust her and I'm not going to take her to Saskia. If he wants to take that risk, and he thinks that maybe she's telling the truth and will remove the spell, he can go for it. But...
It's the tunnel to the left.
You make an exceptional guide. Go.
Geralt, what are you going to do if we run into more beasties down here? We can't really hold a sword at Shalard's neck and fight them off at the same time.
One false move and your ambassador will never see Nilfgaard's son again.
My men won't let you leave here alive.
We'll see about that.
They will if you ask them to, Excellency, and I believe you will.
Reynold Ep Madsen's orders come from the Emperor himself. He'd rather die than give you Marigold.
Then he'll die.
No, mark my words. You will. Unless you release me. It's not too late.
Dude, get around the corner. I don't want you behind my back.
Pick up the pace.
Why do you care for that sorceress so much?
Go.
Are you in love with her?
No.
A poor choice, even for you.
But she's been a friend.
Wise with me.
Dude, get out of the way. It probably doesn't matter. I just really don't want him behind my back. Ugh, fine. Can we grab some loot as we go along here? No. I guess they could all rush me at my back now. I suppose it doesn't matter. Okay. We can only go the way that we're supposed to go. Very well. A sword seems so dramatic to hold at somebody's short throat this way. And kind of unwieldy. It seems like a dagger would work a lot better. Oh well. It's doing the job, so can't complain.
Out of the way, all of you, or the old man dies.
Hold there!
I'm not joking.
I know. And I advise you not to hesitate. Kill him. For we shan't move one bit.
Renwald!
He who brings me the Witcher's head will get the Order of Merit.
It's like that, eh?
But Ambassador Fitz-Oesterlen.
Your Excellency.
He's gonna kill
Orders
Shillard himself,
from
isn't
the
he?
capital.
Right in the gut. Man. Alright then. Well, here we go.
Now I'll have to kill you all.
What are you waiting for? Get him!
Alright, so first things first is... let's try and slow him down just a little bit. Alright. You guys and your obnoxious shields. Alright. I gotta stay out of the way of those crossbows. Come closer. Who are you striking at? Come closer.
Die, dog!
Oop. Alright, over here. Come on.
Die, dog!
Ooh. That was really stupid of me to let that hit. Okay. No good. Over here? No. We're just gonna have to make it through this slowly. We can quick save though. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back and next time We'll see if we can't fight. That might have been a bad spot to quick save, but whatever. We'll see if we can fight through all of these hordes of guys. And it's seeming like we're probably going to run up against Triss soon. I have a lot of questions for her. I don't doubt what Phillippa said, that Triss has been holding a lot of stuff back, too. I'm kind of interested to see what Geralt's going to say about it, and how much choice I get. You all know my feelings about Triss, but will Geralt be swayed? We'll see.